Hello and welcome everyone to another weekly WWE Monday Night Raw review and results. This is the Wrestling Guy with the results of WWE Monday Night Raw, which was live from the Toyota Center, Houston. It was the 28th July edition of Monday Night Raw, and the Raw show has just gone off the air. So we kick off Raw with a video package recap from last week's Raw. Triple H signing Brock Lesnar as the official man to face John Cena at Summerslam. So officially we kick off with John Cena coming down to the ring, and Michael Cole tells us to use hashtag Cena vs Brock at that moment while tweeting. He says that last week it was Plan C, which should have never happened. He says that he is a marked man by the authority and they want the WWE World Heavyweight Championship off his neck. So he gave him the Brock Lesnar. He says that the WWE Universe wants to see Brock Lesnar beating the crap out of John Cena. He goes on praising Lesnar and says that at SummerSlam he's going to get a beating of a lifetime. He says that he's gonna get his ass kicked at SummerSlam by Brock Lesnar. He says that he will go on beating Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam just like he did at Extreme Rules 2012. He says that WWE Universe do not know that what happens when Brock Lesnar becomes the WWE World Heavyweight Champ. He calls Brock a mercenary. He says that Brock is a beast and no one can control him, neither Paul Heyman or the authority. Then comes out Paul Heyman and talks about that he's sure that Brock Lesnar will conquer John Cena at WWE SummerSlam 2014. He says that it is courageous enough for you to understand that a beating of a lifetime is coming your way at SummerSlam. Now I just want to say that Mr. Heyman is awesome in cutting promos. He's really awesome. He says that Brock kicked ass The Undertaker at WrestleMania 30 and no one has seen The Undertaker, no one has heard from The Undertaker, or not even a call from The Undertaker since that night. He says that Brock Lesnar is gonna victimize John Cena ruthlessly at SummerSlam. Cena comes back and says they share passion. Cena says this is friggin' life and he works his ass off because he loves this place and loves what it represents. Cena gets a pop. Cena says Lesnar will have to beat the hell out of him because he's going to SummerSlam and he's leaving with the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Cesaro's music hits and out he comes. He hugs Heyman and takes the mic. Cesaro says even though he and Heyman have gone their separate ways, he won't allow Cena to insult his friend. Cesaro says Cena is a big muscled up walking billboard, not a wrestler. Cena drops the title and exits the ring. Cesaro asks if Cena got his shoes at Kmart. Cesaro says you can't wrestle in sneakers. Oh wait, you just can't wrestle. Cesaro challenges Cena. Heyman says we get a bonus impromptu match. Cena tells him to shut up. Cena says it will be his honor to wrestle circles around Cesaro. Cesaro's music hits and he heads to the ring. Now I must say that this was the best John Cena promo in years, and it was a phenomenal work from Heyman and Cena for that promo. Next on Raw is Cesaro versus John Cena. Now in this match we saw fearful John Cena taking on Cesaro. He was like going to beat the hell out of him, and it was like a promo which was cut by Mr. Cena and Mr. Heyman before this match. Somewhere had us thinking that John Cena wins at SummerSlam, as every time Cesaro showed his power against Cena, he went for the Cesaro swing, which I think was banned, and there were rumors that the Cesaro swing is officially banned. Now I must say that this was a good match to kick off the wrestling part of the show. Cena gave an attitude adjustment to Cesaro from the top rope to get the victory. The segment and the match took around 35 minutes in the starting of the show. Next we're seeing Steph McMahon and Triple H backstage, and Steph McMahon talks about not doing something. She says that she cannot see her daughter like that. Just because of that, she was arrested. Randy Orton cuts Triple H and says that the same shit that he could have had title. Randy Orton cuts Triple H and says the same shit that he should have had the title opportunity, which he did not get. Triple H says that as long as Roman Reigns is in this, Randy Orton is not getting the title match, and Triple H announces that Roman Reigns will face Kane later on the show. Randy says that he has a problem with Kane, Roman Reigns, and now you, that is Triple H. Next, Paige comes out walking to the ring like AJ's style. She takes the mic and talks about AJ and last Monday Night Raw, like attacking AJ. She says that she promises that she will never do that way again. AJ cuts her and walks down the ring. AJ says something and Paige cuts her off, and AJ says that I wasn't finished talking. AJ says that I know why you were mad when you lost the Divas Championship. She says if she's gonna talk crap about Paige, she will tell her to her face, and asks Paige to act like a real woman. Paige says that I'm your friend and indirectly calls her mad and apologizes right after and says that she's not gonna make fun of her mental health. And right after, AJ attacked Paige, and out came the CM Punk chants. Now I don't know why the crowd does that. Guys, CM Punk is officially retired. Do you want a video on that, huh? Deal with it. I'm a big fan of Punk, but he's gone. Okay. Next, the Authority comes out, and we have the hashtag The Authority on Twitter. Triple H takes the mic and says that he's disappointed that Steph was arrested last Monday. He says, you find funny that my wife, the mother of my children, was arrested, and Steph feels like crying. Triple H says, I will never forgive you for that. He goes on saying that Steph is now released from the jail and says that we are here now for Stephanie as she has asked Brie to come here on Monday Night Raw. Steph says in a crying voice that Brie come out, so we end this, and Chris Jericho's music hits and he cuts the Authority. Jericho says that he feels bad for Steph and wants to express his sympathy by singing a song, and he sung Bad Boys, Bad Boys, and Triple H laughs like a madman. I mean, he tries to. He says, you think this is funny, Chris? Jericho says that this is the reason why the WWE Network was made, so that we can see Steph discarded out of the arena in handcuffs again and again. Triple H says that he's not in the mood right now, and Jericho calls him a big, bold, bald predictor. He asks Triple H why didn't Triple H leave the arena with Steph. He says that this is because he realized that Steph is a filthy, dirty woman. Triple H says that you shouldn't focus on Bray Wyatt. Triple H says that you get a match with Bray Wyatt at Summerslam and tonight. And Seth Rollins comes out from behind and attacks Chris with his briefcase. And yeah, Brie was not there. Now I must say what a first hour of the show it was. The first hour ruled it. Next, The Miz, Dolph Ziggler, Usos, Ryback come out to the ring. The Usos and Ziggler versus Ryback and The Miz. A good match. The Miz got out of the ring right after getting hit in the Moneymaker face, and the Usos and Ziggler defeated Ryback and The Miz. Next, R-Truth comes out to face Bo Dallas, and guess what? The streak is over. I'm not talking about the Undertaker's streak. That is already over. I'm talking about Bo Dallas' streak. The R-Truth defeated him after, and the aftermatch, Bo attacked R-Truth. Next, Lana and Rusev come out. Lana says something in Russian and we don't understand. Now, her English also sounds like Russian and we don't understand a word she says. Swagger and Zeb cut her, and Jack Swagger goes on to attacking Rusev just like he did last time before WWE Battleground. Rusev goes into some control and Jack Swagger breaks the accolade and stands tall saying, "We the people." Next, Adam Rose versus Damien Sandow, and I really don't care how Sandow is dressed. In fact, I don't care about the match. The results, Adam Rose defeated Damien Sandow. Next is Roman Reigns versus Kane. Now this was one good match. Roman Reigns kept impressing me throughout the match, and he keeps impressing me every time he comes to the ring. And he defeated the big red monster, the devil's favorite demon, Kane. Next is Fandango versus Diego. I've started caring less about Fandango, Layla, and Summer Rae. Stop it. Oh, it's enough, boys. So, Diego defeated Fandango after the distraction by Layla and Summer Rae. After the match, Layla and Summer Rae dance with Diego. Stephanie McMahon is backstage. She knocks on Nikki Bella's dressing room. Stephanie says she's looking for Brie, and Nikki says she will be here soon. Stephanie hopes Brie will be reasonable and hear what she has to say. Nikki says there's not a lot of times when people like Stephanie eat a plate of crap. She just hopes Stephanie likes the taste of it, and we go to a commercial. Next is the main event, Chris Jericho versus Seth Rollins. Now, this was an awesome Chris Jericho match. Awesome it was, a 10-minute match which ended by Chris Jericho winning via disqualification. The Wyatt family attacked Chris Jericho. Next, the Authority come down the ring and are ready to address Brie. Stephanie comes out and looks scared. She says, "I stand before you, a humbled woman, and you don't have to believe me, but getting arrested is a lifetime-altering experience." Then she says she represents WWE and many other factions, and goes on and on and on and on and on. She says that her children cannot understand why their mother was arrested 7 days back, and while Steph is speaking, Brie walks down the ring from the crowd and her theme song plays. Brie calls her a rich bitch. Steph asks Brie to drop all the charges. Brie says, "Why would she?" Steph says she doesn't deserve it. Brie says, according to her, Stephanie deserves to go to hell. Steph says that she's gonna treat Nikki fairly. Brie says that she wants her job back. Steph says we need to be reasonable. Steph says that one Bella is enough in WWE. Steph says, "If I agree to give your job back, then will you drop all charges?" Brie says yes. Steph says it's a deal and goes on walking down. Brie stops her and says that she wants a Summerslam match. Steph says she got it. She wants a Divas Championship match or a traditional Total Divas match. Brie says she wants a match against Stephanie McMahon. Steph says that she hasn't competed in the ring for over 10 years. She says, "I can't wrestle and I cannot compete." Steph says no, and Brie says that she will see her in the court then. Steph asks her to wait. Steph says, "If I agree to face you at SummerSlam, will you drop all the charges?" Brie says yes, and Steph says yes in a crying manner. Steph says that at SummerSlam, Stephanie McMahon slaps Brie, and Brie was on the apron. She falls off the apron and she says, "I'm gonna make you my bitch," and Brie goes on to attack Steph. Officials come out to stop both of them, but Brie goes on to beat Steph and the crowd chants, "This is awesome," and we go off air. I must say it was a good show. It was a 9 on 10 show, freaking awesome, and I liked the part where Brie vs Steph was official for WWE SummerSlam 2014. So thanks for watching. This was The Wrestling Guy. Like the video, subscribe, and comment if you want to. And I sign off right now. Good night.
The competition is absent the moment that we show. Countdown from 3, go, press X to reload. Yet they still try to topple the kingdom that we own. Outnumbered but outdone, and we're fearless and crowd stunning. Never an error on record, there's no one to protect you. And we would still be right here if all the money was burned, but we stay bumping in